Think of it, India and Pakistan. You know, because you covered it, that war was raging. They were a week into it, 11 planes were shot down, and that war was going to go nuclear. The Prime Minister of Pakistan said President Trump saved from 30 to 50 million lives. Well, guess what? It could have been a lot more than that.
It was a long walk to you.
Mr.
It's about 3 times the walk we used to take, right? I hope you like it. So we had a very good day, very good 2 days, and a lot of things were determined. And what was really determined is the country's doing very well. We made a lot of good trade deals with Turkey, and they've been a very good partner. He's been great, by the way. President Erdogan's been great, and I hope you had a good time. Any questions?
Mr. President, what was the security concern that caused us to change planes? What was the security concern that caused us to change planes?
We sent this one in so that the Air Force Base here was in the same exact line. So you saw, did you see the picture?
We did.
Hundreds of pictures, hundreds of people. Let me see that. Oh, yeah. You can't see it too well, but there are hundreds of people out there. So they wanted to see. So they came a little bit early and we switched planes.
So you're saying there wasn't a security concern?
No.
And
Why
was
would
there any other issue? No issue?
No, except we sent it a little early. Same line, going back. We sent it a little bit early so that we could let them see it. The whole base came out and saw the plane, and then we landed.
Do you know why they had us close our window blinds? That was unusual.
Well, yeah, because you're, probably on a dangerous flight because of the sleaze bags that we have to deal with.
So you think that Iran was possibly thinking of targeting?
Well, I mean, if they asked you to close your windows, probably they'd feel that way. They didn't ask me to close mine, but if they did, I would have done it. These are sick people, so I could see something like that. I didn't know they did that, but I could see something like that.
Were you aware of any credible threat by Iran against Air Force One?
Well, I have a threat all the time. I'm number 1 on their list before you. But if I go, you go. Right?
But was there a specific threat today?
Perhaps someday you want to change professions. What do you have, Daniel?
Is it conclusive that there are strikes ongoing in Iran? So
We just hit them very hard. And I say we hit them 20-1. Every time they hit us, we're going to hit them 20. And we did it last night. They did a little something today, but it was really retribution for last night. They hit actually 3 boats, not 2. And when they hit, we hit back much harder.
Are we returning to a full-scale military conflict, sir?
I don't know. I don't know. We'd win it very quickly. It's another way of doing it. We have many ways we can win, but we've already won militarily. They have very little. They have very little left, and they want to make a deal so badly. They called a little while ago. They want to make a deal so badly. I just don't know if they're worthy of making a deal. I don't know that they're going to honor the deal. That's the problem.
If they want to make a deal, why do you think they attacked commercial vessels?
Because they're sort of crazy, to be honest with you. They're sort of crazy. They're a little bit out of control, but they want to make a deal. Badly.
So at the beginning...
Have you spoken to Senator Mitch McConnell since his hospitalization?
No, I haven't.
How's he doing?
I have no idea. I have no idea how he's doing.
At the beginning of before the NATO summit, you spoke.
Who are you with?
Reuters. You had
not the best.
You had issues with. You said you had issues with leaders of Spain, UK.
Yeah.
Very
Spain. I will say I did have issues with
also
Spain,
Germany,
and I still do. But Spain came back all the way today. Spain was very generous today. I told them I'm going to stop trading.
What did Spain do to them?
They made. They honored a request for lots of payment, and if they didn't, we wouldn't even talk to them. They were very bad. They behaved very badly, in my opinion. But there was great unity in that room today. The NATO room was pretty amazing, actually. There was something very good about it. I actually wish the press was able to stay. Now, they may have been different if the press was there, but there was tremendous unity and togetherness. It was quite nice.
Sir, are you going to pull more U.S. troops out of Europe? And if so, how many and where specifically?
I haven't made that final determination. A lot's going to depend on Greenland, and a lot. I mean, we're going to make a very good deal on Greenland, and if we don't, maybe I will. And a lot's dependent on Iran. I mean, they want to help now. It's a little late to the thing because essentially there's not that much fighting to be done. But some will depend on Iran. when they had a chance, an opportunity to help, they chose not to. So, but we're sort of forgetting about that. And now they want to help. They all want to go in. They want to help on Iran so badly, but we don't really need help. It's little things, but we don't really need help.
Did President al-Shara make any commitments to you on helping with Hezbollah in Lebanon?
Yeah, he did.
What did
He's done a great job. He's unified Syria, the president. I'm not going to say what he said, but yeah, he did. He was great today. He was great, and President Zelensky was great too. We had a lot of good meetings today.
Sir, you suggested that the only reason you came to this summit was because it was held in Turkey. Was this your last NATO summit?
No, I think they came a long way today. They made some concessions, and I think NATO came a long way today. And one of the things, we shouldn't be paying for the kind of money we paid for. No president. I did in my first term, but Biden immediately gave it back. No president should be having to pay the kind of money we pay. And again, we're really there for protecting them, not for protecting us. It was ultimately protected against protection against the Soviet Union, now Russia, but it was against the Soviet Union. And honestly, we're very far away. We have an ocean separating us. But we'll see. The meeting today settled a lot of things. It was a very, very good meeting. And people understand that the United States we've been treated very unfairly. And then on top of that, they weren't there for a really de-nuking, because it's really not a war so much, it's a de-nuking of Iran, denuclearization of Iran. So this is all about taking nuclear weapons, not allowing Iran to have nuclear weapons, and everybody should like that, even you. You have a question?
Yeah, the housing bill becomes law on Friday night if you don't sign it. What do you plan to do?
About what?
The
The housing bill?
It's a very good question. See, I'm a big fan of many bills, but I'm a much bigger fan of the most important bill. It's called the Save America Act. It's voter ID, it's proof of citizenship, and it's no mail-in ballots. Other than it would be very, easy on this, frankly. But military, illness, disability, vacations, you can't get there. You're away, business. But other than that, you should go and vote. And if you don't, people cheat. People cheat. You look at California. Look at what happened to the Spencer Pratt thing. I mean, with the votes, hundreds of thousands, probably millions of votes gone. Well, he didn't make the runoff. He was so far ahead of third place, it was ridiculous. Maybe ahead of first place. But look at that. Look at what's happened with Steve Hilton. Had the U.S. Attorney not started an investigation, they would have gotten Steve Hilton out too. So we're a third world country in some states with respect to voting.
Friday is the deadline for the housing. Friday is the deadline after which the housing bill will become law without your signature.
I'll make a decision. Not that I dislike it. I dislike the fact that people aren't voting for voter ID with a picture. How can you not vote for voter ID? And by the way, the public wants it 94%. Voter ID, proof of citizenship, no mail-in ballots, other than with the exceptions.
On Venezuela, did you tell Machado not to go back to Venezuela the other week? And what's your relationship?
Can I tell him a long time ago?
No, Maria Corina Machado, the opposition figure. Did you tell her not to go back?
Oh, no, not at all. No, she's terrific. She's a wonderful person. Did she go back? I guess, right?
She didn't, and it was reported that
she did or didn't.
She did not. It was reported.
I did not tell her to not go back. I think she's a good person. She gave me the Nobel Prize, right? So how can I dislike her? She won the Nobel Prize. She said the only one that should win it is Trump. I didn't know her at all. So she said Trump settled 8 wars, which is true. They were talking about it today. Azerbaijan. I mean, think of the wars they settled. 8 wars that were going on for 30. Even if you look in the Congo versus Rwanda, I settled it after 14 years and about 15 million people had their heads chopped off. I settled that one. I settled 8 wars. And when she won the Nobel Prize for Peace, she said, I can't believe I won it. The only one that should win it is Trump. Actually, they probably will do the wrong thing. It's very sad with Norway. But I would say I should have won that award more than anybody that ever received the Nobel Peace Prize.
because nobody settled wars. I settled 8 of them because of a certain type of personality. I was able to settle. Think of it, India and Pakistan. You know, because you covered it, that war was raging. They were a week into it, 11 planes were shot down, and that war was going to go nuclear. The Prime Minister of Pakistan said President Trump saved from 30 to 50 million lives. Well, guess what? It could have been a lot more than that.
Do you think Democrats should be able to pick a
A
replacement?
story that hasn't gotten a lot of attention, starting on July 1st, Medicare is now covering GLP-1 drugs for weight loss only. It's the first time it's ever happened. It happened under your leadership.
Yeah.
How big of a deal is that for people?
Well, because of favored nations, the drug prices have come down tremendously. And also, if you look at Trump RX, it's been unbelievable, the price cuts. But take a look at what we've done in terms of favored nations. We paid the highest drug price in the entire world, and now we pay the lowest drug price in the entire world. And that means 4, 5, 600% difference. Think of it. The press doesn't want to write about it. And to get that, I had to get the drug companies to do it, and they were good. But they were good because they knew that I couldn't get the countries to do it. You had to get both. And I called the countries. I said, if you don't do it, I'm going to put a very big tariff on you. That's more money. And every country agreed to it. So we went from the highest drug prices in the world, like in New York, a pill would cost $130, and in London it costs $10. So now it costs $20 and $20, because the world is a bigger place, so it's not really split 50-50. So we got it down, and it's a great question, because that should have a huge impact on healthcare, because prescription drugs is a big price, but prescription drugs have come down 400 to 500 to 600% under Trump. And that alone should win us the midterms. And the Democrats will terminate it and try and blame somebody else like us did, as I call it, the Democrats. Democrat. You know what a Democrat?
Speaking of Democrats, do you think that the Democrats should be able to pick a replacement for Graham Plattner? He's had all these new allegations that have come out. Now Democrats are talking about picking a replacement for him. Should they be able to do that?
They're picking what?
A replacement for Graham Plattner if he steps out of the race.
So he won the primary.
And now there's these new allegations.
It's very hard for them to do. And it's really a question of whether or not you believe the woman. A lot of people say big falsehoods. It's he's in a bind. He's in a bind. But should they be able to do it? Well, I guess he's going to lose. I would imagine he's going to lose. It's very interesting when a Republican woman came out with the same charge, nobody believed her. When this woman came out, everybody believed her. Right, Doug? Did you get any pictures of it, Doug? You don't want it. It wouldn't sell, Doug. So, any other questions?
Yes, Mr. President.
A new Federal Reserve working paper came out, and it suggested that the illegal migration surge under Joe Biden caused housing costs to spike 30%. What is the lesson to be learned in that?
What's happening is housing costs are going down and rental costs are going down because we're getting so many illegals out of the country. But Joe Biden raised the cost of housing by 40 and 50%. The cost of rental, because they were housing illegal aliens in all of those empty units, and now they're coming down because we're removing people that are here illegally, criminals from the Congo, from Venezuela. We love Venezuela, but Maduro emptied out his jails. They opened up their jails, they let them in, but many countries did that. 25 million people, and I think we're getting most of the bad ones out, and we start the process, but we've done very well on that. But it was a tremendous increase in housing costs. By allowing you don't even think of that. And you know who paid for it? The federal government. So the federal government is renting at tremendous prices all of these houses to service illegal immigrants. But they're not taking care of our soldiers. They didn't take care of our soldiers. So it's a sad thing. Enjoy the flight. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you,
It
sir.
was number 5 or 6 or 7 today. And every question is a kill. But then we have Daniel and some very good reporters. You're a great reporter, Bob. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. President.